Hey, just a quick review of tonight's show. We covered the tragedy in Oklahoma City, or just outside where the tornado hit. We hear there are 8 fatalities so far, and the children that we mentioned in the elementary school are not part of those. So our thoughts and our hopes and our prayers go to those in need and those that are assisting them in any way. So obviously that story will continue as news develops and we learn more, but our thoughts and prayers certainly go to those who've been impacted by these tornadoes, and that one in particular. Tonight's show, Hans von Spakovsky breaking down legally what is taking place in the IRS scandal, the DOJ scandal, now Fox News reportedly being targeted as well, and of course Benghazi and the IRS scandal. We're still learning, but we have learned that people very close to the president knew about it before the president said he knew about it, and before Jay Carney said the administration knew about it categorically. So that was interesting. Poor Jay Carney, not really. No, that's the gig, and if you're going to accept it, that's on him. I don't really feel too sorry for him. What I do feel bad about is what's happening to our country. Of course, many of us have been covering these elements of these stories in some capacity since, well, President Obama was inaugurated. And whether it's the war on Fox News, its treatment of the press, its distortion of, when it came to Benghazi in particular, I could say the president, it's the only place I could say that right now that's where the president lied. That means knowingly misled the American people or knowingly mislead anybody. The other places, not ready to say it, but certainly I see misleading comments being made and the president being very equivocal in his responses. That all said, to keep in mind, the big picture is, if the president and the administration is not going to be honest with the American people about these issues, even before Congress, even knowing that the press is totally now seemingly actually doing their job, don't count on them doing that, by the way. They're doing it right now, and it's the exception, not the rule, and they need to make money. They realize that they're acting in their own self-interest. They've lost total credibility. Certainly in the campaign of 2012, they lost credibility. That all said, keep following the story. And what does it speak to about the administration? We've talked about the fact of not recognizing the response, the data that comes in response to something, like an economic policy, the failure, the idea that you can blame a video without evidence to do so, and even take out substantive evidence of a terrorist attack pre-planned connected to Al-Qaeda. I mean, despicable. Absolutely despicable. IRS targeting groups, and knowing about it, there are reports that high-level Treasury officials in part of Obama's administration knew about it in 2012, June 2012. This is not going away. We're learning more, and it's unfortunate. It's not unfortunate for Democrats, not unfortunate for Republicans. It's unfortunate for Americans, all of us. But our government and we have an obligation to pursue the truth. And that's what we're doing here, nothing but truth. President commencement address this past weekend, and I wanted to talk about it, but we've been covering the storm, as you all well know. And I will get to the Morehouse College address tomorrow, because there's some points that he made, and there's his record and what he's done. Very interesting. So we will be bringing you a segment on the Morehouse College commencement address, plus updates on all the scandals with the top experts in their field, like Hans von Spakovsky was today and is today, and Buzz Jacobs and Jim Hoff, the Gateway pundit. We'll be bringing you guests that speak directly to it, as well as my commentary and your input. Do me a favor, go to nothingbuttruth.com, check out Crane's Court, register for it, be a part of things, weigh in, and we'll be doing that during the show even, and getting your response to some of the cases before the court, Crane's Court. So check it out. Thanks so much. Hearts and prayers to those in Oklahoma City and impacted areas around Moore County from the devastating tornado. Thank you. Live with honor in your life, compassion in your heart. Remember to always, always keep the faith. We'll see you next time.